Hi all and happy Friday. And today I'm going to talk to you about the micromanager. Last week we spoke about the narcissist, and the micromanager and the narcissist go often hand in hand. They're both personality disorders, and if you're working for a micromanager or for a narcissist, please don't take this lightly. It's can be very damaging for your mental health, and it is often that people leave their jobs, and people leave bosses. People don't leave just their job. So how can we recognize a micromanager? A micromanager has an obsessive compulsive disorder, need to control every single detail, and they often lose track of the bigger picture because they're so focused on working with every single minority detail, and that can be very destructive for them, but also for your life and career. If you're working with a micromanager there, you can easily spot them because they constantly ask you for updates. They have the need of control of every single detail. They will try to do the work for you. They're stepping over your boundaries. They don't they don't care about your work boundaries or your growth because they're too absorbed in trying to control all the detail. They're perfectionists as well, and they're really impossible to work with because they obstruct your growth within the company. So there's a lot to talk about in this short time span of space, but I try to make it short for you and recognizable. So if that sounds like you and you're working with a micromanager, and even maybe you recognize it for yourself and think, oh my God, that might be me. It's a personality disorder, and um, the obsessive compulsive need to control every single detail comes from a deep rooted insecurity. And the insecurity is masked, though they often don't even know they're insecure. It's like, especially, same with the narcissist. They don't know that. They're suppressed that feeling, and they have this false sense of superiority, and they use your weakness. They are good in finding your weakness to make sure that they exploit that and to mask their own mistakes. So that is a very serious accusation, and I just get chills just from talking about it because it will affect your damage your health, and it's there's so many micromanagers out there, and the percentages are shocking that almost 8 out of 10 employees will experience micromanagement at the workplace. And so, okay, now you know what a micromanager is, and you know it's deeply rooted from fear and insecurity. So it could be damaging traumatic childhood, or you don't know that. That is something you cannot fix. And I read somewhere, it was very interesting, at one of these academic publications for psychotherapy, that you can treat it as a psychiatric patient. So your boss is a micromanagement, yeah, a micromanager, yeah, and you treat it as a patient who has escaped, and you will treat a patient who has escaped very differently, as if it's not a normal human being, because you know there are certain ways to be careful around how you're taking precautions and how you respond and how we react, and that helps with your own mental health, knowing that it's a personality disorder. It's an addiction what they do, and if you, same as you're working with an addict, you will be careful what you say. Don't ever, ever, ever confront a micromanager directly on his behavior, on his or her behavior, because it doesn't work. They will see that as a criticism right away, bounce it back to you, and you'll be out of the company faster than you can even imagine. So you try to be subtle about it, as if you were with an addiction patient who just escaped. And make sure you brief and debrief every single meeting and every single tasks you do. Make sure you build a bond of trust with the micromanager. They make sure, like, they want you to report every single detail. Report every single detail. So first step, make a commitment to brief and make a plan with your manager, so they know what you're up to. You record every single fact. You might have an accountability partner in the business as well to make sure you back each other up with facts. Focus on facts. Write everything down, times, KPIs, everything you do. Make sure they cannot come at you with that, or saying, I just have it in hand is not enough for them. So they need to see updates. So make updates regularly, and call them out of your own accord. Say, I have this and that in place, and show them the figures. They will trust you a little bit more eventually over time. It is extremely exhausting. I hear you. And if you cannot leave right away, of course, not just everybody can leave their jobs. So you sometimes are stuck with it, or maybe you're related, it's a family situation, and you cannot leave. This is a way that you can deal with it. You thread very carefully around a micromanager, and it's not easy, but there are ways. And if you listen to this and it resonates with you, you want to have a talk with me, I'm here for you. There are multiple ways to work with it, and make sure you're not alone. Talk to people around you. It's not gossip. It's prevention of declining for your mental health. So you need to talk to people and write a diary. Contact a life coach like me, who have experience with that and who can help you with this. And then please be careful. And it's not personal. It's not you. Yeah, so stay sane, stay happy, and have a happy Friday. Bye.